Albert had himself presided at the arrangement, or rather the symmetrical derangement, which, after coffee, the guests at a breakfast of modern days love to contemplate through the vapor that escapes from their mouths and ascends in long and fanciful wreaths to the ceiling. At 9:45, a valet entered. He composed, with a little groom named John, and who only spoke English, all Albert's establishment, although the cook of the hotel was always at his service, and on great occasions the Count's Chalzer also. This valet, whose name was Germain, and who enjoyed the entire confidence of his young master, held in one hand a number of papers, and in the other a packet of letters, which he gave to Albert. Albert glanced carelessly at the different missives, selected two written in a small and delicate hand, and, enclosed in scented envelopes, opened them and perused their contents with some attention. "How did these letters come?" said he. "One by the post. Madame Danglars' footman left the other. Let Madame Danglars know that I accept the place she offers me in her box. Wait. Then, during the day, tell Rosa that when I leave the opera, I will sup with her as she wishes. Take her 6 bottles of different wine, Cyprus, sherry, and Malaga, and a barrel of Austin oysters. Get them at Borel's, and be sure you say they are from me." "At what o'clock, sir, do you breakfast?" "What time is it now?" 9:45. "Very well, at 10:30. Debray will, perhaps, be obliged to go to the minister. And besides," Albert looked at his tablets, "it is the hour I told the Count, 21st May, at 10:30, and though I do not much rely upon his promise, I wish to be punctual. Is the Countess up yet? If you wish, I will inquire." "Say what now? What?" You see what I just did there? I said say what, and then I said what. "One by the post. Madame Danglars' footman left the other." "Madame Danglars? Say what now? What?" I did it again. Okay, but for real, who? Madame Danglars. It would be Mademoiselle Danglars if it was Danglars' daughter, Madame Danglars. Right? Or wait, hold on. I gotta look this up. Yes, okay, sorry. I just needed to make sure I wasn't speaking out of turn here. Interesting, and there's something called the Napoleonic Code that defines it as thus. Madame, otherwise known as married women, reflected that a woman had passed from the legal guardianship of her father into the household of her husband. It was an indicator of societal respect, independence as an adult, and a household management. Independence as an adult seems contradictory to the definition I was reading. Mademoiselle, otherwise known as unmarried women, denoted a young lady, but on a legal level, it is indicated that the woman was still a minor who remained dependent on her father's authority. Even elderly, unwed women retained this title, as it specifically denoted a woman who had never married. Do we need to define women by their marital status? Nope, in 2026, we do not. But, as far as the context of the story goes, we have our answer. Therefore, Madame Danglars must be married to Danglars. Now, let's think one step further, okay? Does this necessarily mean Danglars himself, his wife? Or could it be the daughter of Danglars who got married? Well, if it was, then it would be a different name than Danglars. Okay, I'm glad we talked the logistics out. Is this the award-winning commentary you've tuned in to listen to? All of that to say, Danglars is nearby, because otherwise, what would a footman be doing there? And a footman is essentially just a domestic servant. So, Danglars is in Paris? I thought he went to Spain, but a lot of time has passed. Maybe he's made his way back. I mean, Paris is not Marseille, but you know what I mean. How interesting is it that Danglars and Fernand stayed in touch after all these years? I mean, it's not like they had a relationship to build upon. They are tied together through one act that mutually benefited both of them in the moment. I would imagine after the disastrous non-wedding that Dante had, they'd never see each other again. Why would they? It's not like they had communication beforehand, well, I'm excited to find out the answers to all these things. Suffice it to say, we are in Fernand's backyard, and Danglars seems to be a neighbor. Hoo boy, and Albert is gonna get up to some Danglars business. I tried to create a portmanteau out of that, and I couldn't. Let Madame Danglars know that I accept the place she offers me in her box. So we're going to get some more opera. Cool, great. I mean, that holds true to Dumas. The opera. And then after the opera, he's going to get dinner with her. Danglars' wife? His family, maybe? Is that the arranged marriage? Whoa. Remember, at the end of chapter 37, Albert was being beckoned home because of a marriage prospect. Ho-ho. Oh, man. Things just got spicy. Okay, well, this seems like a development that I don't want to wait any longer to find out more about. So, join me here tomorrow as we cross the halfway point in chapter 39 and hurtle towards the end. The mystery of why this chapter is so short compared to the Robin Buss translation remains. Until then, okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.